Hey guys, it's Sean eMiniSchool. It's April 28th, and I'm going to do an update, and I'll show you the chart from yesterday, the big drop, and we'll look at the TF, NQ, and ES on that. But before I do that, let's look at the market in general. This high right here, the 1215, 1216 area, this was one of our upper targets from the price being here back in this range. Okay, that was achieved, and we had a big drop off of it. But in the bigger picture, we still do have the 1228, 1235 zone, and that has been our upper zone since the March low. So now, looking at a daily chart, the move up has been, very strong with minor pullbacks, but we are getting to that level. So, when it was down in this area, I didn't think it would take this short of time to be back up into this area. So that's actually a little bit scary on the short side that we're up here this fast. So I am watching those areas very closely. So, even though Friday or yesterday was a big down day, it's still, even though we broke this low, people are going to say these are supports. They're just where the price has been. It's not a huge support. It's one candle that comes down. Same thing here, same thing here. It's not, super support here, and it's actually zones off of prior moves why we're holding. And until we actually fail one of the zones, meaning, we come up and then we truly impulse down, these are just pullbacks. They're corrections. Yes, it pulled back fast, so it seems like, it's a trend change, but step back, because in the bigger picture, it really hasn't done that much damage. Now, I'm not saying we for sure go up to 1235. This is a very substantial high. But what I am saying is I'm not going, heavy short just because of yesterday. If you look, this bar here is pretty much the same as this bar here, okay? And, we corrected off of it, and we made a higher price. Same thing, there's the same pattern here. Big bar, corrected off of it, okay? So down here, we could have said this is the top. Right here, we could say this is the top. But until, the pattern is truly broken, we can't just jump on short just because of one bad day. If we would have done that here, we would have been taken out if we were short. So we really want to follow the price and watch the buy zones, okay? And we take the trade in the buy zone when the bars go back to green to go long. So, so let's look at the 5-minute chart, and we'll look at all three markets. So this was yesterday right here. Okay, so we come down, we pull up, red, there's our short, okay, and our stop is right here. It's not all the way back to this prior high. That's too much risk. Okay, so stop is minimal for potential gain. Most of the time it doesn't just fall apart like this where we grab this many points that quickly. I wish it was, but we're really, when we're getting into the trade, we're looking at the risk. We're not looking so much at the reward. That we just have to manage. So define risk, trail it down. Okay, once blue bars come in, trail the stop to the high of the blue bar, and we would have been taken out here. Okay, it's a very defined, easy way to do it, to where every time you just repeat it. So we're not predicting really anything at this level, we're just acting on it. And it's a big difference, so you can focus on trading instead of trying to figure out everything in real time. Okay, so we have a couple different stops. One's our moving average at close above if we're short, blue bars, or if our target is reached. Okay, we have a defined target off of prior moves that is calculated. So we know where the target is and where our risk is before we get in. So if the risk is smaller than normal, we can trade more contracts. If it's bigger than normal, trade less contracts or skip the trade if it's out of your comfort zone. Okay, or once the trade fires off, if the stop's too big, and then you switch to the scalper chart for your other entry or your alternative entry for the trade. So let's just quickly go through. We'll look at the TF. This was the move right here. I personally like trading the TF better. It's a lot cleaner. The moves extend a lot faster. Okay, so here was our short signal, stop right here. Blue bars, we would have been stopped right here. Okay, is it going to catch the low exactly to the bar every time? No. But the trade is not from here to here. The trade is from here to here. Okay, there's not a lot of opportunity right here. And catching this move, just this little extra, trying to enter to catch that's very risky since we've already made this big move down. Okay, so in Qs, same thing, comes down, pulls up, red, stop. We would have got stopped right here. Our initial stop was right here. Okay, so bars stay red all the way down. You know, it's real-time confidence to keep me in the trade. Another good thing to do is if you're only trading the ES, okay, a lot of times it doesn't move a lot and it gets frustrating and it'll hypnotize you into doing bad things. So all of our members, we always, well, not only that, but we always want to watch at least one chart of the NQ, one chart of the Russell, even if we're only trading the ES. And the reason why is because one is always leading the others. Okay, and it's not always the ES. Most of the time it's not the ES leading. So if the Russell gets up into a really good sell zone, okay, example, this pulls up higher than the ES did. Okay, ES got stopped by the gap. The TF pulled up higher. It was a better sell signal. Okay, so when this pulls up into the sell signal and starts to roll over before the ES does, okay, it'll give you a heads up that the ES is done going up and it's going to roll back over as well. So we use 3 charts for whatever instrument we're trading, but at least have one. So if you're only trading the ES, at least have one Russell and one NQ to confirm the other charts, the other markets. It's a great way of being able to get an outlook rather than just being hypnotized on one chart, especially because the ES goes back and forth so much. A lot of times it'll suck you in counter trend when it, you get stuck in just looking at the bars. So step back from the market if you have to, go up one time frame to slow it down, and wait for the good entries, and then wait for the confirming signal off the sell zone. It's key. So hope this video helps in showing that. Today we'll just see how the chart looked. Pretty choppy. Market didn't really do a whole lot. Pretty much we hit one of our lower targets for this move, and now we're just basing out on the smaller chart. So tomorrow our outlook is up, and we'll see how that goes, and I'll do another video tomorrow to show what the chart looks like. Have a great night.